All right, everyone, let's continue on with this old setup video for 2013, 6 years old.
Okay, so for speed of uploads, I record in 720p so that I can save time with uploading. If no reason to record in 1080p if it's just going to look the same and the file size is going to be huge.
The other thing was back then, most games on last console gen, which is Xbox 360, PS3, they pretty much only rendered in 720p. Like, some of them would claim 720p. Sony would sometimes say 720p, or excuse me, 1080p on their box, their game box. But then when you actually put the game in, you would find out it actually renders native at 720, and all that they would do is upscale. And upscaling to 1080p doesn't look good. So most games ran at 720p. At that point, there was no reason. There was absolutely no reason for me to be recording it above 720. When we went to the next console gen of Xbox One and PS4, yes, then there was a reason definitely to change it up. Okay. See you later, Yoshino Lover. Jack Spartacus just sent me $4 and said maybe take a look at the first run of Dead Space later. Also, did you see BMC's suggestion thread on your forums? I'm not sure. The suggestions that I'm using are suggestions that I took over the course of like 3 months, and I had them ready to go for today. So if the thread is recent, then maybe I didn't see the thread. But fair enough, you should probably tell me about it later. Once we run out of this stuff that we're looking at, maybe we could use that as a source to watch stuff, okay? So by the way, we're now up to $24 in tips today, which I should update because I have not updated this in a bit. Thank you, guys. You know what? Let's check out the sub count, too, because a few people subbed. How are we doing sub count-wise? 509. That's exactly where we were before. So there you go. I don't have to change it. Okay. All right, let's continue.
Compared to 720p, okay? Then what I do is I actually adjust the brightness on the fly, and let me show you what I mean.
This was so annoying, but I had to do it.
And on this screen, as you can see right now, it looks great on the camera. Now, actually, you can't tell because this camera is not very good for adjusting to watch another screen. Yeah, that's not working too well. Anyway, the bottom line is right now the brightness actually looks good on my camera. But if I go into a menu, say such as this, you see what just happened?
It went dark.
Now take a look at the TV versus my camera. My camera is actually darker, okay? So what I do is I adjust brightness on the fly. There's a dial here on my camera that I use with my thumb that on the fly I'll adjust brightness. Oh, see, it got brighter. And so now the brightness is about equal with the TV. And that's what I'm constantly doing as I play gameplay. I'm actually going between camera to screen comparing. Does it look the same? Does it look bright enough? Did it darken? Because
yes, Adrenaline Dragon asked, was this before Phil did Twitch full time? Way before. This is before I did direct capture. So this was early 2013, January of 2013. Long time ago.
What happens with a camera, unlike direct capture, is that it actually auto focuses and auto adjusts the brightness and the light saturation because it thinks you're trying to take a photo, which obviously you're not. So I'm on the fly adjusting this all the time because a lot of the times in the dark scenes things are too bright. Like, for example, if I'm in a dark room and there's text on the screen, the text might be oversaturated, you can't read it. So on the fly I have to go here and adjust it. On the flip side of that, on a really bright screen, the camera may not adjust properly and it might look too dark, so now I have to up the brightness. So I'm doing this constantly on the fly during my playthroughs, okay? But the cool thing about having this camera is that, as you can see, I'm going to get out of this menu so we can stop the music. Listen, all I got to do, I press record and then I play the game. And the only thing I really have to check for is the time, which actually there's a timer that runs in the bottom corner so I know how long the video clip is, and the brightness. So I can just easily on the fly make videos, and on average my videos are around 10 minutes long. Some of them are a little bit under, some of them go a little bit over. I think the longest that I like to do is 15 minutes. Now there are exceptions, like if it's the final video of a game, if it's showing you the end of a game, I may do 20 minutes. Now, a lot of people ask me, Phil, why is this? Why do you film 10-minute clips? Because there are a lot of YouTubers, now I'll be honest, they don't do a camera like I do, they use direct feed. And they say, oh, well, they're uploading 20-minute clips, and they only upload 3 20-minute clips a day, and each clip gets 50,000 views because of that. Why don't you do that? And the bottom line is this. There's a couple reasons for that. The first reason is because my camera records in a file format called MP4, okay? All Sony cameras record in a file format called MP4. For whatever reason, YouTube doesn't seem to like it. And what I mean is, it's not that it doesn't work, it works fine. You've seen my videos, but my videos look great. But when it comes to converting the file to be viewed on YouTube, it has issues. And it works, but it takes a little bit longer. Like, for example, if it had encoded in .avi, that would have done, it works a lot more quickly. In fact, when I edit videos, when I do editing on my videos, and then I upload them, they upload faster and they process faster. So for whatever reason, the raw files of my camera and any Sony camera that I've ever owned take a little bit longer for YouTube to process.
This is 100% correct. What would happen is, if I ever tried to upload a really long video, it would get stuck in processing like for hours. Like a 20-minute video will get stuck in YouTube processing for like 5-6 hours, and people would be like, where's Phil's new footage for today? Or why did 3 of Phil's videos go live and 2 of them never showed up, and now it's all disjointed? And it was a pain in the ass. It was, because I liked using the Sony cameras. The Sony cameras, in my opinion, were the best ones for recording and doing what I was doing. Keep in mind, a lot of YouTubers at this point in 2013 had gone to direct capture, so they were doing the edited style videos, and those upload right away and would process right away and have no problem. Because I was doing raw video out of a camera, YouTube would give me a lot of problems with processing. So the shorter the video I recorded, the better it was. It would process quickly and get that video up right away. And you know, in reality, even though some people complain and said you're bombing my inbox with videos, most people would be like, I'd rather be happy to watch the videos and watch them more quickly than have to wait a day extra for you to have to re-upload videos constantly to try to get them to process. You see what I mean? Today, very different. Today, I'm doing direct capture. Direct capture doesn't affect anything. I could do short video, long video, boom, uploads, processes, no problem to YouTube. So, no problems there anymore. This was an old YouTube issue, okay?
What I've noticed with these raw files is that if they are any longer than, say, roughly 15 minutes, they constantly have problems. The uploads will take forever. When it goes to process the video, the video processing will take a ridiculously long amount of time. Like, I'm talking for a half an hour raw footage video, it could take like 4 hours to process on YouTube, which makes no fucking sense because the raw footage here of 10 minutes usually processes in about 10 to 15 minutes. So the longer the raw footage, the harder a time YouTube has dealing with it. I don't know why. It's just the way the website works. It's always been like this. And so that is primarily one of the reasons, you know, why I don't do longer videos. And of course,
so many things you can see in the background here. So up to the left, that's a Street Fighter poster I had. Then we got the Mega Man and Proto Man figurines made out of Legos that I had up on my wall above my television. On my television, you can see the Microsoft Kinect, which was with the 360, and then to the right, that's the PSI, the old PSI camera. I believe that's a Psylocke X-Men figurine on top of the right speaker right here, right where my hand is, right there. That's Psylocke. And then over here is a Duke Nukem poster that I used to have up. It's kind of funny. I still have these. A fan sent these to me when I first moved here. Look at that. It's Mega Man charging a Hadouken and Ryu charging a Hadouken, made out of Legos. And I just kind of kept them around the office here. I never hung them or put them up or anything. They just sit over here with a bunch of other gaming stuff. But that's very similar to what those were. Those on the wall there and here were not Legos. Those were made of beads, little plastic beads, so they weighed like nothing. So you could just use some like sticky tape and hang it on the wall. These are actually made of Legos. Pretty cool, huh? I did it a long time ago, 5 years ago when I used to get stuff like this. I don't get anything anymore. Now I just get a bunch of hate mail. So, and I'm not kidding. All right. Let's continue. Oh, by the way, shout out to Ripley Atomic, who subscribed for 12 months. He's doing these events just shows why you're better than the rest. No one shows growth more authentically than you. Thank you, Ripley Atomic. Appreciate that. Let's continue.
the other reason is I get paid based off of views. So obviously, if in an hour I only make 3 videos or I make 6 videos and someone watches all 6 videos, I'm actually getting paid more money. It's just a fact of the way that partnerships are working on.
Now, here's the thing. Back then, this was probably true. Me making 6 videos in an hour versus 3, I probably was making more money that way. Today, theoretically, all right, if I put out an hour video, I can put 5 to 6 ads on that video, and they should all play. And if you watch that video, I should make just as much money on that 1 hour video as if you would watch 6 individual videos. Theoretically. The reason I say that is because it doesn't really work like that. What I've found since I lengthened my video length last year is that YouTube does not work properly. So even though you're supposed to be having the same amount of ads, you're supposed to get about an ad every 10-15 minutes on a YouTube video. Some of my hour-long videos only have 1 ad. Why? There's some bizarre criteria YouTube uses to determine that. I don't know what it is. And a lot of the videos I set up to say, no, I want to have 6 ads, and they'll still only have 2 later on. So I don't know if it's that YouTube doesn't have enough ads to go around. So when they don't have enough ads, they cut back and take back ads on videos with multiple ads assigned to them or whatever. But I could tell you, and this is the God's honest truth, right now I make way less money on YouTube with the longer videos than I used to with the shorter ones, right? When I was putting out 10 to 15 minute videos, I was making a hell of a lot more money on YouTube than I am now. So I took a giant financial hit for you guys, because you guys have told me for years and years and years, I don't like my inbox flooded. Please just do hour-long videos. And I said, all right, eventually I'll do it. And then eventually I did. And now I've taken a ginormous financial hit because of it. So at least I hope you guys understand that. And I certainly hope that you guys, will appreciate that. That, I finally gave in to you what you guys wanted of years and years, but it hurt me, man. The good news is you guys are very supportive, especially here on Twitch, so it kind of makes up for it. Not fully, but it does kind of make up for it, at least somewhat. But right now, comparing 2013, this year that I'm recording this video, to today, 2019, I'm making about 1/7 what I made on YouTube back then now. Well, 1/7. Take what I make now on YouTube and multiply it by 7. That's what I used to make on YouTube. Pretty insane, huh? All right, let's continue.
On YouTube that aren't ad performance based. I don't have an ad performance based partnership. So it's dual reason. But the thing is, I would actually consider doing longer video clips if YouTube didn't have a problem with the raw footage of my camera. That's the primary reason I do it. I mean, let's be honest. If I really was all about just getting more views, I would make 2-minute clips, and then you'd have to watch, how many for an hour. It would be ridiculous, and that's not the bottom line. I found that the happy medium of everything is about 10 minutes long. It's good because for a lot of games, it's kind of like the length of a certain mission or a certain stage. And that's that. So then, once I've gotten my video footage done, because what I do is I watch, oh, is it around 10 minutes? I'll stop the camera, then I'll start the camera again. Sometimes I'll have to pause the game when I stop the camera, because it's doing something, and then I unpause it. Then what I do when I'm done with my recording, I unhook my camera, blah, 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 I open it up, and I take my Sony memory card. Okay.
Yeah, here they are.
Here
the old
you can see
Sony
a whole shitload of memory
proprietary
cards
memory cards. You had to buy their brand
that I don't use anymore. But I take the Sony memory card out of the camera, I put it into my memory card reader right here, and it actually pops up on my desktop. Okay. Oh, actually some files just finished backing up, which is good. Now I have more room on my hard drive. And it pops up a folder, and I create folders on my desktop, as you can see here, that have the video files in them, the raw files. And then from here, I go to my browser, I go to YouTube, here's an upload queue, here's the videos I uploaded today, Nino Kuni, and I queue them up for uploading into here. Now this year, the thing that's changed for me is that I'm now using more detailed titles for my videos.
Yep.
I'm actually telling you where I am in the game, and I'm telling you if I'm fighting a boss,
I used to never do that. Until 2013, I never titled my videos in detail. So for 5 years, it was just Uncharted 3 Part 1. Uncharted 3, Part 2. Uncharted 3, Part 3. I never would put descriptions in the title of the video. And people were like, you should start doing that because a lot of other YouTubers do it and it's descriptive and it helps people to figure out where they left off while watching a playthrough. At the same time, just like all change, I actually got pushback. People saying, Phil, when you do that, you're spoiling the game. I don't want to know what comes in the video. I just want to watch it and not be spoiled ahead of time of what's showing up in that video. But these days, it's pretty commonplace, so
doing this with my videos this year. So now what I do is I usually leave the folder open. So for example, I would have left the folder open like this. I would have had this open like this. And what I do is I would be naming everything. I name it blah blah blah, and then I would play the video and see what's happening in it, and then I name it appropriately based off of that. Okay. I also have to do a bunch of extra.
That's what I do every day now when I upload videos. I have to play the video, see what was in that video, and then title it appropriately. One thing I can tell you that actually has become easier is uploading videos to YouTube since I went longer videos last year. Because now, let's say if I'm uploading 4 videos versus 16, that's 16 fucking videos I have to title, which would take like a half hour, versus 4 videos takes like 5 minutes, if that. So uploading the videos to YouTube has become tremendously more easy now that I do longer videos, but you also lose things, you know?
Extra work. Not only do I have to put in the description and a whole bunch of tags, but I also, because I'm a YouTube partner, I have to go to claiming options. I have to change this to, this is a drop down saying, what are you saying that you own? I have to change it to say audio visual and say I own the audio visual rights. I have to make sure all the boxes are checked down.
Oh my god, yeah, see, I don't have to do this anymore.
Then I have to make sure that this says gaming. I've actually set it to default to say that. So
this was the old YouTube system from 6 years ago. Now everything's automatic. You set it up once, and it sets everything up properly for you from then on. But back then, you had to manually, every fucking video, you had to do all this manual shit. I mean, how dumb were they to not think that, oh, maybe you should have a default? It was pretty dumb.
I'm usually okay with that. And then I have to hit save changes. And then I have to babysit the living hell out of the video, because a lot of the times you'll hit save changes. Oh, you'll get an error message. YouTube didn't save. You have to save again. You have to click it again. All kinds of nonsense. It's ridiculous that you can't depend on YouTube to actually have it work.
Yeah, and back then it was very unreliable, because you know people would say, "Oh, Phil, your job's easy. All you do is you record for like 6-8 hours a day, and then you don't do anything the rest of the day. How is that, you know, work?" And I was saying, you don't seem to understand. I record 6-8 hours a day. Then I have to sit there and watch the fucking videos, because YouTube all the time back then would have tons of problems. Error. Video wouldn't process. Now you have to totally re-upload from scratch. Error. Your savings won't set. Error. Server error. And it would be like, what the fuck? Every day I would upload like 16, 20 videos, and like 10 of them would have problems. And it would just be like, gotta re-upload. So 8 hours of work recording, and then it would be like 6 hours of work uploading. And that would be my day, you know. Then I would go to sleep. So it was pretty annoying back then. Today, admittedly today, YouTube has fixed most of those issues. Every once in a while I'll get one. But usually there's not that much of a big issue when it comes to like uploading and processing of YouTube videos, which is good.
That's how poor of a service YouTube is. It's not dependable for multiple video uploads, and it never has been. The only other thing that I can show you that's a little different this year is, as you know, for some of my playthroughs, I'm actually doing custom thumbnails. For example, Grand Theft Auto 4. Now, YouTube's capability is very limited for custom thumbnails. What I need to do is, as my video is uploading to YouTube, only as that particular video is uploading, I have to click on custom thumbnail, and I have to upload it and then save it. But I have to do it within the 10 to 15 minute window when that individual video is saving. If I do not do it during that window, the custom thumbnail will not work.
This is absolutely 100% true to this day. As stupid as this sounds. So, if there's a video that I'm uploading to YouTube, I have to wait for the video to be uploading. I can't, let's say I'm uploading 5 videos, I can't even apply a thumbnail to a video until it's already started to upload to YouTube. So I can't just say, okay, I set up all my videos, and here's all the thumbnails, I'm done. No. You have to, when every video starts uploading, then you have to get to your computer, okay, and then apply the thumbnail. It still does it to this day. It's a fucked up system. They never fixed it. Then, if you don't have the thumbnail apply to the video when it's uploading, if you do it after the fact, it doesn't apply right away at all. It takes forever. It actually takes so long for the thumbnail to apply. Most people end up watching the video before it even has the thumbnail. As stupid as that sounds, it's true. It's like YouTube systems are so dumb and just outdated, and they never really modernize them or make them any better. So I'm supposed to be sitting here at my PC staring at every video uploading like this to see when the video starts to queue up to upload, so I can then apply the thumbnail so you can see the thumbnail right away, because if not, you'll not see it. It's such a broken fucking system. So stupid.
it'll literally take 8 to 10 hours, if not longer, to show up on the video, in which case most people who watch the videos when they're new don't see the custom thumbnail anyway. So it's a complete waste of my time. So a lot of people have been asking me, Phil, since you started playing Grand Theft Auto 4, you're playing it at night, or you're uploading it at night instead of during the day. During the day you upload Ni no Kuni. Why is it? Very simple. When I'm uploading Ni no Kuni during the day, I don't have to babysit the videos, because I don't have to sit here every 10 minutes and click custom thumbnail on a new video and do it. So I use that time when I'm uploading Ni no Kuni to do things like go get food and clean up the house and do stuff like that, because I don't have to babysit it. But then after I play Grand Theft Auto, and then I have to upload those videos, I literally have to sit at my computer during the time period that I upload things with custom thumbnails and constantly be clicking every 10 minutes and doing that. So it's a huge fucking hassle.
Yeah, and the thing is, back then, I wasn't live streaming. So for me, that's what I would do, is I would say, okay, I recorded for 4 hours, get those videos uploading, go out, get food, do the errands and things I need to do for that day, whatever they may be, and then come back and start recording again. So I couldn't just be there to sit there and fucking add thumbnails and shit. You know, now I'm already streaming and I can only upload between the streams anyway. So it's not that big of a deal. And like I said, most of the time I just end up adding the thumbnails after the fact, and if no one ever sees them, I don't know. But now I put thumbnails on everything. Back then I didn't usually put thumbnails on the gameplay videos that I did, but now I just put them on everything. So okay, that's a big major difference there for sure.
YouTube needs to improve their custom thumbnail system. Now, once a series of videos are uploaded, from the upload screen, I actually click on a bunch of them and I can add them to the playlist right here.
Yep.
And then I actually create the playlist and I make sure that the playlist is over here on my main page on the right hand side, so you can see all of the things that I've recently done. I know the camera's blurry. I'm waiting for it to focus.
It's not focusing.
I know it wants to focus. I guess it doesn't want to focus. Okay, whatever. Fucking stupid thing. But yeah. As you can see, my playlist on my right-hand side of my main channel here.
Oh my god, it will not focus.
So that you have easy access to all of the things that I've recently played. Okay? The last thing that I do, which is actually incidentally what I was doing when I just jumped on the computer, is I back up.
This was old YouTube, when even though they changed the YouTube layout of the page, you could still have custom artwork on your pages. So look, in 2013, I still had custom artwork on my YouTube channel, and people would still go to my YouTube channel to look at that. And then they got rid of it. I think it was either later 2013 or 2014 when they abolished any kind of creativity on YouTube channels and just made them all a white textbook. So it looks like you're reading a textbook. Yeah, totally different now. You know, they completely fucked everything up. Pretty sad.
Up the videos. So if anything were to ever happen, if YouTube were to shut down tomorrow, I still have all of my videos, okay? And what it is, it's a series of external hard drives that I actually own. Here's one right here, Elements.
Yep.
See, it's Western Digital Elements. And all I do is I cut the...
So back then, and again, this is what, 6 years ago, they didn't really have small hard drives that were economical, meaning like you could get a little portable hard drive. It would cost like $300-$400. It was insane. Then I'd say probably around like 2015, 2016, all of a sudden the technology advanced and all the hard drives became small. So just to show you guys, I have this right here. This is pretty cool. This is a stack of hard drives of all the gameplay that I've made since I moved to Washington. In fact, late 2014 to April 2015, September 2015 to May 2016, April to 2016. See what I mean? They're all right here. This is all the stuff since I moved to Washington State that I've done gameplay-wise sits on these hard drives. And then, so that's pretty small. And I say probably weighs about a pound, if that. Okay. Then, they made them even smaller. Look at this thing. This is like, it's like a wallet size. And this, right, half a pound. So hard drive technology has definitely advanced in a huge way over the years. Now, today, I actually don't back everything up anymore. What the hell is this? A yellow ink cartridge for my printer. I don't back everything up anymore. What I usually do is as I'm doing a new playthrough, I'll back up that playthrough immediately, and I'll keep it for a while. But then when I start to run out of hard drive space, I'll delete stuff. So for example, am I ever going to have to fucking go back and watch the old Street Fighter videos, the old Modern Warfare videos, the Call of Duty Blackout gameplay again? Will I ever need that for anything? Probably not. So that stuff gets deleted. Essentially, the one time a year when I really need all of my gameplay is the end of the year when I do my Game of the Year awards and worst games of the year countdowns. And so what I did last year, if you guys remember, is I would have like one video of each game to play while I talked over it. And that made it easy. I used to have to basically go through these hard drives. Oh my God, I have 3 for this year. Plugging fucking hard drives into here and trying to, where's the video for that game so I could pull that raw file and edit it together for my year-end series and stuff. I don't do that anymore. It was too much work, too much of a hassle. And quite frankly, I don't really need to archive this stuff anymore. Like, I know that, you know, nothing's going to happen. I've now done this for over 10 years. No one's ever going to come out and say, oh, those videos uploaded to DSPGaming are not Phil's, those are mine or something. No one's going to do that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Adrenaline Dragon says, you can now download YouTube videos anyway. You're right. Back in the day, you weren't able to. You would have to use a third-party application and rip the video illegally. And a lot of the times, it would not be high quality. It would be buggy and pixely. Now, you can actually download any video you've uploaded to YouTube anyway after the fact. So even if I need... Oh, okay. I played Resident Evil 2 Remake earlier this year. That's one of my Game of the Year award countdown winners. I need video footage of it. I don't have to go to a hard drive from January to find the files and pull them. Instead, I can just go to one video on YouTube, and if in my settings, because I own the channel, it says you want to download that video, and I can just download directly from YouTube. That's a major change and a difference in the way that things are done. Okay. Excuse me. All right. Let's continue. We're almost done with this video.
The folders containing the videos off my desktop, and I drop them right here into the Elements external hard drive. As you can see, look at this. Anarchy Reigns, Dead Space,
that's how I used to do stuff.
Devil May Cry, Far Cry 3, Hitman Absolution, Super
I
Mario
still do this to some
Sly
extent.
3. All the stuff that I've been doing over the past several months is in that hard drive, and that's how I backed them up. And I literally have a fucking tower of external hard drives.
Yeah, that's my old tower. Oh my God.
Starting with the old style white ones I used to use.
So just take a look. So those hard drives you're looking at are like this big. They're giant, okay? So just to compare, the old hard drives were like this big. They weighed like 2-3 pounds each. They were heavy as fuck. Then they went to these. They weighed like a pound. Then they went to these that are like half a pound. So, yeah, the hard drive technology has dramatically improved over the years.
And now the Western Digital ones. I mean, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 external hard drives that contain the entire body of work since I've been uploading videos to YouTube back in 2008. I literally have a backup of every video I've made.
Oh, the other thing?
Okay, so that's the...
Those old, bigger hard drives all actually needed a power cord to plug into the wall for them to even use. Now the new modern hard drives, they just run off USB. They're powered by USB. They don't even need a power cord or nothing. So, wow. I mean, they completely, from the ground up, redesigned how these things work, which is pretty cool.
Explanation of how I do what I do. And one last thing. A lot of people say, Phil, you have no excuse. Why don't you do direct capture? It would actually be easier than your current setup right now.
I got to hear this. I want to hear, because this is 6 years ago. I want to hear what my reasoning was, because it was only about a month after this video was made that I actually ran out and adopted direct capture. Like, right after this, I said, all right, fuck it, I'm just going to do it. Let's hear the reason. I want to hear my reasoning from back then. Let's see what I had to say.
And to which I respond, it's this simple. I want you to look at my setup. You see the size of my TV? You see the nice subwoofer surround sound speakers I have here? Behind me, the surround sound speakers, see them? You see that? Most people who do direct capture, here's what they do. Here's their computer. They walk up to their computer and their tiny little fucking monitor, and they sit here and they grab a headset. Here's my headset for my computer. And they put their headset on their ears, and they're playing on a controller here in front of a small monitor, talking into a headset to get their commentary and having the audio of the game go through the headset. That's not gaming to me, okay? Gaming to me is sitting in your living room, here on your nice couch, relaxing. You got a nice drink in front of you. You're ready. You sit down. You got your surround sound pumping. That's how these games are meant to be experienced. Why do you think that all video games now have 5.1 surround sound? So if you can experience it like that, that's how you should experience it.
All right, and here's the thing. I actually agree with that reasoning, because even though today, over here, I still play on a love seat. You notice, I usually don't when I'm doing my videos and my streams. I'm not sitting at my PC. if I can not be sitting here at this PC, okay, I do everything I can to not be sitting here at this PC. The reason being, it's not comfortable to me. Like, sitting here today, my ass will be killing me. I know it will be. It's not as comfortable as being over there on the love seat and having space to do stuff. Like, I don't like it. I still don't. I still don't like having these headphones on. Let me tell you, I started wearing headphones in 2013. I've worn them, every day of my life since then. So 6 straight years. I have a band on the top of my head here. See this? This is headphone hair. And even when I wash my hair and I clean it, I still have an indentation of hair. Not my head, but my hair right there. Because I've been wearing headphones for 6 years, and it fucks up your hair. My ears itch and have all kinds of grease and stuff in them because they're sweaty because they're contained inside a closed cup all day. All right? The surround sound that I get in these headphones is not as good as the sound I used to get when I used to play in my condo with my surround sound system. It's just not, being very honest. I used to be able to hear stuff way better in games when I was using my natural surround sound, not the headphones. Headphones are good, but they're nowhere near as good, in my opinion. I actually think that, sadly, you do lose something. Because when you're meant to be gaming, it's supposed to be a relaxing experience. You're supposed to be sitting in a relaxed environment to have entertainment. It's supposed to be how you release, right? You let your stress out. So you sit on your couch with your big screen TV, with a surround sound system. That's how it's meant to be experienced. Like I just said, that's why these games are designed with full-on 5.1 surround sound, so you can get that epic experience. When you're sitting in front of a small PC monitor and you're forcing yourself with headphones and everything to play like this, I do feel you're actually nerfing the top level epitome of what playing that game can be. I completely agree with that. So what I do is this hybrid, all right, this hybrid of I still play games with a bigger TV. It's not as big as I used to, but smaller TV, but still big TV, a nice love seat. So at least I'm kind of relaxed when I'm playing games. It's not just me. Oh my God, everything I do is super duper fucking serious. And I gotta be alert and ready in this gamer's chair to fucking play games at a competitive level and all that shit. No, for me, I'm trying to relax over there and not constantly worry about a million things, I 100% agree that I feel something was lost when I went to direct capture because I no longer have that open air feeling of relaxing in the living room. Instead, I got to put these headphones on, and I lost some audio quality in the mix when I did that for sure. And I don't feel as relaxed. The other thing is when I'm recording and streaming, right now I got a monitor. How's the stream doing? How's the recording doing? What's the length of my video? How's this going? How's that going? It's a lot of micromanagement versus back then it was just play the game. And yes, like I told you, yes, there was some micromanagement of the adjustments of the camera itself. All right. But for the most part, it wasn't like, you know what I mean? Like it was still, let's relax and play games. And it seems like people who do this for a living don't do that anymore. There's no more let's relax and play games. Instead, it's let's take this super seriously and fucking do a million things and cramped situation sitting in front of a PC, small monitor in my chair with headphones on, everything. It doesn't feel natural to me. It doesn't like, and the thing is, I understand I'm doing this for a living, so I had to make adjustments. I knew that if I didn't go direct capture eventually, people were going to stop watching my stuff. I felt that. So I did it. But I do still, to some extent, I still miss those days when it was like, I could just, at any time, just start a game. I didn't have to fucking, first of all, no one could see me. There was no face cam. So I don't have to fucking do my hair and put on a fucking nice shirt or whatever. I could just sit down in my normal stuff and I could relax and play a game and have fun with it and not have to worry about all that extra extraneous shit. But times change. And when the times change, everyone wanted direct capture. I had to start doing all that stuff, All right, let's continue. Oh, by the way, Mr. Popovich here, he said, I agree. I got myself a nice THX surround system over 10 years ago. It still sounds amazing. The kind of soundstage you get with well-placed speakers is very immersive. I agree. When I used to play first-person shooters, I would hear things around me better with my old setup. With these headphones, it's kind of Sometimes I can tell, sometimes I can't. Like, sometimes I'll hear, oh, they're behind me, and they're not. They're right next to me. And that kind of sucks. It's hard to tell, like, that difference between behind or sideways when you're using surround sound headphones. But back then, I know everything. I had speakers everywhere, so I knew everything in what direction people were coming from and shit, Okay. Continue on. We're almost done.
For me to have to do direct capture, I would have to run that headset across my living room, which, by the way, doesn't even fucking reach from my computer to here. I would have to do commentary through it, and I would have to have the audio of the game play through the headphones instead of my surround sound, because if I did use my surround sound and the headphones, the microphone would pick up the audio from the system, and it would echo, so you'd be hearing double game audio, which you don't want to hear. There are little to no solutions for this problem. Everyone who's told me to do direct capture, when I challenge them on this, they have no answer. So the bottom line is, this is what I'm doing for now. This is how I've done it. This is how I will continue to do it for now. But in the future, if I were to move to a bigger and better place where I have an office, what I would do is I would set up a gaming setup with a computer similar to what everyone else on YouTube does, where you have a computer, you have your consoles, you have a monitor, or I'll probably use a bigger TV, and you have direct capture hooked up, and I'll buy a nice pair of headphones, and I'll do direct capture gameplay like that. I'm not saying that I'm abandoning.
And that's what I wanted. Ideally, that's kind of what I wanted to do, is when I moved here, I wanted to become more of a PC gamer, and I wanted to basically do stuff more like what everyone else was doing. I was kind of just conceding that I guess I'm not going to be able to play stuff like I used to and relax on a couch and do that. I'm going to have to be more serious about it. But then I bought this computer right here next to me, which was almost $3,000, thinking that I could do it, and it couldn't do it. It wouldn't capture and play and stream at the same time. It would chop up and not be able to do it. So then I was like, well, I can't buy another fucking PC on top of this PC, to do that. I'm not going to have to, I didn't have the money. I was like, I can't keep spending all this fucking money. So eventually I gave up on that idea, and I just kind of play console games over there on my love seat, That was my idea. Is that ideally I want to get an office where I could have like dedicated setups and stuff. And the office here, let me tell you, obviously the quality of the stuff that I do has dramatically improved. Some of the stuff we're watching today, think of how the quality's dramatically improved since I got here, and I got this office set up and everything working, right? But it still needs to be said, I do feel there's something was lost somewhere along the lines when I went from from not doing direct capture to direct capture. I think I did. I got 200-bit anonymous cheer. Thank you to whoever that was. I appreciate this.
I'm saying that it is something that I literally do want to try. I'm willing to try it and see how it turns out, especially for certain games like PC games where people say when I use my camera, it's near impossible to even read the text and stuff because it's so blurry and things. It's not clear like direct capture. So I am willing to change and try out new things, but it's not viable for my setup right now. I mean, just right now, look, I have 5 or 6 consoles all hooked up to my receiver down there, and then running well,
not anymore. Now they're all hooked up to my capture device.
The router. How am I going to get a direct capture device to work with all that? I'd have to have wires upon wires. I'd have to unplug and replug the direct capture into every console manually every time I played a game. Then I would have to have wires running out of the direct capture to my TV. It would be a complete and utter disaster. So for now, direct capture is out of the picture, but if things go well this year, which I'm hoping they do, even with all the negative things that have happened to me regarding, contract renegotiations and stuff, if things turn around and if things go well this year, by the end of this year I will be looking seriously for a place to move where I can have an office and I can do these things more seriously. And more, I know people say professionally. I'm sorry, but the way I do it is professional. It's actually difficult to do it the way I do it with the adjustments and the things on the fly. And I do it to try to give you the best commentary and, the most videos per day. And it's worked. It's worked since I...
So, it's funny because it did end up working out. Like, if I remember, that was the very first time when Machinima had renegotiated my contract with me for less money because they'd realized they'd been paying everyone so much fucking money they couldn't even maintain it anymore. And that was the first inkling that YouTube ad revenue was starting to go down. So they renegotiated my contract for much less money that year. And I was making less money, but still making money hand over fist on YouTube. Like, don't get me wrong. I was making tons of money in 2013 to the point where that's the year I started seriously considering moving. And then in 2014, I did. So. Okay. So everybody, that's that. What would you like to do next? Would you like to go back and do some stuff like last time, like DSP tries it and Cooking with the King? Do you want to do more gameplay? What are you guys looking to do? Travel logs? What would you guys like to look at next? I'd say we probably got about another 20-30 minutes before we take a break. So what would you guys like to look at next? I'm curious. Let's see what stream chat says here. DKP Games wants gameplay. Golden Colts wants travel logs of Cooking with the King. Do I still have my Milger solid Bluetooth headset? No. I don't know what happened to it. No idea. A lot of people are saying cooking videos are travel. Alright, hold on. So what we'll do... We'll go over to my old vlogging channel. Here it is. We'll go to the playlists. So for Cooking with the King, I only have 8 things on this channel. It was actually... What the fuck? I didn't want that. I wanted this view full playlist. I only have 8 things. And I think we watched like 4 or 5 of them last time. And then Cooking with the King continued on the King Hate Vlogs channel. So if you guys want to see more of that, we can. So last time we watched... What is this? The eggs, the breakfast egg sandwiches, and we watched the first 2. I don't remember what the second one was. And then we watched the omelet that I made. Yeah, where all the pepper went into the omelet and ruined the omelet. I remember that. What do we got? We got custom burgers. We got the eggs in a basket, which I didn't know what it was called, so I put question marks. We got a sloppy tuna salad panini. American hot dogs and beans and chicken quesadillas. What do you guys want to watch? Out of those. Chris wants the panini. I remember the panini's a mess. Alright, a lot of people want the panini. Let's do the panini first, and then maybe we'll do others.
What's going on, everyone? It's DSP, and welcome to another episode of Poorly Cooking with the King.
Oh my gosh, it's 20 minutes
in this episode,
long.
We're actually going to go a little bit more healthy than some of my previous
oh yeah, healthy.
recipes, simply because a lot of people have been complaining, and I guess it's time to show that I don't only eat, things that might be high in fat or high in cholesterol. What we're going to do today is we're going to whip up a nice tuna salad sandwich, but we're actually going to do it a little bit differently, because unlike...
So immediately I could tell you guys, I remember making these for myself, and when I made them right, they were really good. But it's funny because I say, oh, this is healthier for you. That piece of cheese right there isn't even real cheese. That's that oil-based nasty singles cheese that's disgusting and unhealthy for you. If you actually want real cheese from the grocer's refrigerator, you have to get the one that actually says on it real cheese slices, and they cost way more money. Sometimes they call them deli cheese. I also used Miracle Whip in this video, which is way less fat calories than mayo, but it's still not good for you. But anyway, all right, here we go.
Like regular tuna salad sandwiches, it's not just going to be a sandwich. We're going to make it a panini. But I will show you what I mean in just a little bit.
Panini bread's good, man.
The first thing we need to do is talk about ingredients.
Bread. It's actually...
for any sandwich, obviously...
It's actually called ciabatta bread, and the sandwich is called a panini. When you grill it, it's called a panini because you put it on a grill called a panini grill. But the bread is called ciabatta bread, and I love ciabatta bread.
Obviously, for tuna salad, the first thing you need is tuna. Now, depending on how much you're going to make... usually the standard can of tuna comes in 5 or 6 ounce varieties. I grabbed 2, and I'm going to make enough tuna salad for 2 cans. However, you can go ahead and, if you're only going to make 1 sandwich, obviously 1 can is going to be more than enough. In this case, each can's 5 ounces, so we're talking roughly 10 ounces of tuna. Now, you're probably going to want the tuna that's in water. I've seen the tuna that's in oil, but that's not very good. It's usually used for other different kinds of recipes, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Salad.
Does anyone actually know?
The other primary ingredient.
Does anyone actually know what tuna in oil is used for? Because I would always eat tuna in water. Tuna in oil is probably greasy and shit, and I wouldn't want greasy, slimy tuna in anything that I would make. I don't know. Does anyone even know what what the tuna in oil is used for? Because I don't have a clue. I always use tuna in water, always, my whole life.
In tuna salad is usually mayonnaise, but in this case, I actually do prefer this mayonnaise substitute, which is called Miracle Whip. There are other ones like it, but usually what this does is it's a vegetable dressing that it has a tangy zip to it. It's a tangier than regular mayonnaise, but the key to this is that it has less than half the fat and cholesterol than regular mayonnaise. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to use that to make our tuna salad today.
Some people are saying the tuna in oil has a different flavor to it, and some people like that flavor better than the one in water. I like regular tuna in water. It tastes fine to me. And then Mr. Bubba Veritas said, Bumblebee tuna, Bumblebee tuna. The tribal greeting. Bumblebee tuna, bumblebee tuna.
I do actually like Miracle Whip. I used to eat all the time when I was a kid. Some other things that you'll need, obviously, any fixings that you want to put. So, for example, lettuce. I actually have pre-shredded lettuce here. I'm going to have a piece of cheese on there for a panini. I actually have, these are pretty neat.
Pickle
these
slices.
are
I love
sliced
these.
pickles.
I still have
that are,
these. I still get them
lengthwise so that you can put them on a sandwich, which is pretty cool. I personally love bread and butter pickles. I think it's delicious with tuna salad. For tuna salad, there's other ingredients that typically you would include. For example, some chopped celery, some chopped parsley, some chopped onions. In fact, there's one ingredient that I forgot that I'm going to get out of my cupboard right now.
Oh, I wonder what I'm going to put in it. I don't remember this.
I'm going to put a little bit of garlic powder in this guy to give it a little bit of flavor. Now, if I had those other things, I would go ahead and put those in the recipe, because I do actually like a little bit of chopped celery in my tuna salad, but unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to go shopping, and
You know what else I really like with tuna salad? Tomato slices. Complement it really well. I like the tomato flavoring, like the acidity of the tomato with the flavor of the tuna salad is actually really good.
I didn't plan on doing this today. It's just actually I just woke up and I said...
By the way, I haven't had tuna salad in a long fucking time. I can't remember the last time I had tuna salad. Now I actually want some. Damn it.
Man, I'm hungry. I don't feel like going out and buying anything. And actually, I was out of regular bread, if you can believe it. All I had is this special ciabatta bread in here right now, because the rest of my bread got moldy this week.
Oh, the rest of my bread got moldy. Great. Adrenaline Dragon asks, what's your current local supermarket grocery store? There's two that I go to. One's called Safeway, and one's called Fred Meyer. They're about equal distant from me in different directions, but they actually have interesting stuff. Like I say, Fred Meyer has better prices on certain goods and produce, and they have a bigger selection, while Safeway has a smaller selection, but they have like better baked goods and stuff. So there you go.
It's like, damn, well, what am I going to do? Rather than run out and buy stuff, I'm just going to whip up something from what I have here. So we're going to make some makeshift tuna salad. All right, so the first thing you need to do is you need to open your tuna and drain it thoroughly. So we got our can opener here, and obviously you want to be very careful whenever you're dealing with any kind of a sharp household tool.
I got my Hateful Truth apron.
I recommend you get an automatic.
That apron is from my old Cafe Press shop, which, by the way, still exists. I still have a Cafe Press. I think it's cafepress.com/darksidephil. It still exists. You can still order stuff from it, too. But I ordered that from Cafe Press to wear in these cooking videos.
Automatic can opener, because, for example, this one barely even works. It's very hard to even get it to work, but, it is what it is. It's all I have right now. And what you're going to want to do, don't actually remove the entire lid, okay? Because what you're going to want to do is drain it. So go maybe 3/4 of the way around, which is what I did there. And then you bring it over. Woo, can smell the tuna already. Stinky, stinky. But it's delicious. And you go ahead and you drain your tuna. Get all that water out of the can. Try to get it as dry as you can. Okay? Last thing we're going to want is wet and soggy tuna salad.
Oh, so it totally will not be wet and soggy. I'm sure it'll be perfect.
It could be a butter knife, but I just
grabbed
this knife because it was the closest one. You bend your lid, be very careful, and you just take that and you get your tuna into a bowl. Now, depending on how much tuna salad you're making, obviously you might need a much bigger bowl than this. But in this case, I'm only making enough for a sandwich or two here. I'll probably save a little bit.
This was about 10 years ago, I think. This video. Hold on.
So therefore, you might want a bigger bowl later.
I'm curious. When is this video from? October 2010. So this is about 8.5 years ago.
On. All depends. If you're making this for the family, obviously you're going to want bigger bowl. So we'll go ahead and we'll open this can as well. And like I said, this thing sucks. It was really hard to get it to pierce the can sometimes.
Incidentally, this might have been the last time I ever made a tuna sandwich. Seriously. It's been that long. I can't remember the last time I made one.
These old-fashioned can openers, especially the ones they make today, because they don't make them like they used to. Back in the day, everything was made of stainless steel, everything was strong and worked and was durable. Now everything's a piece of crap, because they try to cut corners and everything's made in some third world country. But anyway, I digress. All right, so we're going to take that. We're going to drain that as well.
Someone said, who is this? Alexander Rossi says, wow, your camera is actually insanely good quality for 2010. Yeah, this was the camera I used to record gameplay with. It was the same camera. It was a really good high-quality Sony camera. It could do full 720p at high-quality stuff. So, yeah, that's the camera that I was using for all my vlogging at the time. Yeah, 720p. What's the shirt I'm wearing in the video, Derek? I have no clue. Some generic shirt I had back then. This was before I had gotten all the gaming shirts and everything.
Carefully, don't cut yourself because these edges will be very sharp. I learned from experience. Don't freaking gouge yourself here. Obviously get as much out of the can as you can. It's okay to have a little bit left behind. Alright.
Alright. All for one sandwich.
Quite
2
a
cans of
hefty
tuna
helping
for
of
one
tuna in that
sandwich.
bowl now.
It could be the Flash. You're right, Gamma.
So now what I'm
going to
do
I don't know.
is I'm going to add the Miracle Whip. Now, depending on how much tuna you've used,
What's up,
is how
Joe?
much
Good to
Miracle
see
Whip
ya.
you should use. What they say
Welcome to the
is
stream.
for every 6 ounces of tuna, you should use a half a cup of mayonnaise and or Miracle Whip. In this case, I'm going to add it, see how much, what it looks like, and if I need to add more. Half a cup for 6 ounces. Well, I've got 10 ounces, so you figure I might end up using all of my Miracle Whip here, actually, because I don't have a heck of a lot left. This might be the end of it. And like I said, unlike mayonnaise, this is vegetable-based. It has a lot less...
Well, here's the truth. The truth is that it uses less dairy, so they're using things like vegetable oil and stuff instead of like the eggs and the dairy ingredients that's usually in mayo. But the thing is, you can now get mayo that's much healthier. Like, you can get mayo that's made with olive oil. You can get mayo that's used with avocado. And that's, like, way low fat compared to regular mayo. So if I were to make tuna salad today, maybe I would use that. I don't know. Here, I was just using Miracle Whip because I knew comparing it to mayo, actually, it was better for you. It's still not good for you. So...
Shit, where's my cup? There we go. A lot less calories, a lot less fat, a lot less cholesterol than regular mayonnaise. And so it even looks identical to mayonnaise. It actually does taste quite different. It has a tangy zip to it.
This is going to be like
that I personally
pure
like.
liquid. It's way too much.
So let's see if I get that in there.
Oh my god.
It's probably about half a cup, maybe a little bit more. And then we're going to go ahead, we're going to add some onion powder to it. And you don't want to go ape shit, obviously. You want to
Onion powder, it's garlic powder.
Not too much. So
I said the wrong thing.
Sprinkling there on top. We'll mix that in.
Oh my
now,
god.
literally all you do is you stand here for a while and you mix it. And it's going to make your tuna salad for you.
That is way too much fucking
really nothing to it.
mayo, man. Well, not mayo, Miracle Whip. It's so much. That's going to be like sludge.
The consistency.
Oh my god.
And
Yeah, it's way
now,
too
I
much.
wish I kind of had a slightly bigger bowl because now this bowl's ending up being a little bit too...
My mom used to make tuna salad when I was a kid, and she would put all kinds of... She would put celery, eggs, hard-boiled eggs in it. She would put like a bunch of stuff in it. This is like the most basic shitty tuna salad ever, and there's way too much in there. Oh my god.
Now it's starting to jump out of the edges on me. Ooh, I can smell that onion powder.
Oh my god.
I really do wish I had some celery, because like I said, I do like some pieces of celery in my tuna salad usually.
Dude, that is so... Oh, look how much there is in there. Oh, there's way too much Miracle Whip. Oh my god. That's like...
Obviously, this is way too much for one sandwich. Any person who would sit there and just eat one whole bowl of this with tuna salad, you're going to...
Dude, that's like 80% Miracle Whip and like 20% tuna right there in that bowl. That is... Whatever recipe I was using was way wrong.
You can die, man. Don't do that. But I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. How I'm going to make this interesting.
Mystique is asking, what's the difference between mayo and Miracle Whip? The flavor-wise, Miracle Whip actually tastes tangy, has a tang to the flavoring. That's very different from mayo. Mayo is pretty bland in reality. This one actually has like a tangy zip, almost like a little bit of a vinegary taste to it.
Sandwich rather than just a plain.
Oh, by the way, thank you to Joey, just to me $10, says, just cause Phil, as I said, I love these streams, so much fun. I remember most of these, but they're great. I really miss cooking with the king, and DSP tries it. Thank you very much, Joe. In fact, you are, the top tipper of today. Let's go ahead and get you up on the leaderboard for the top tip. There we go. That gets us up to $34 in tips so far today. Thank you, everyone who has contributed so far. It is appreciated. All right, and let's continue.
Sandwich. Now, what you ideally want to do, you're going to mix it like this, and you're going to let it sit for a little bit. To try to solidify and dry out a little bit. But This is pretty much ready to serve, and honestly, I think I put a little bit too much Miracle Whip in there. I think I could have.
Oh, just a little too much.
I think it looks a little bit too goopy right
now.
now.
A little too much.
Just experimenting, like I said.
Oh.
It's hard to do when you're not doing it exactly to the ingredients.
That's way too much.
In this case, like I said, the recipe said do a half a cup per 6 ounces. I think that recipe was absolutely wrong.
Yeah, I say that again. That's way too much. Shout out to Prez Vegeta. Prez Vegeta has subscribed to the channel for the 2nd month in a row. Thank you very much.
Because if you do a half a cup per 6 ounces, that thing is going to be drooling. I mean, that was what I put in there was about roughly half a cup. And that was 10 ounces of tuna, and I think it was too much. But I also think that they were assuming you were putting a lot of other ingredients into it.
No.
Like the celery and parsley.
I honestly think what it was those cans of tuna were 6 ounces with the water in them. Once I poured the water out, they were probably like 2 to 3 ounces each. So in reality, I put enough mayo in there for like double what I actually had of tuna. But I didn't think of that at the time, and that's why the recipe came out wrong.
And onions and other things. But anyway, this is roughly your tuna salad. Actually, it looks like it is a little bit dry in the center. Mix up a little bit more. Now, what are we going to do to make this not just a regular tuna salad sandwich? Well, here's what we're going to do. Over here, I have 2 unique things that can make this different.
Ugh.
I have a piece of ciabatta bread.
That's good. I love ciabatta
panini
bread.
Grill. Okay.
I used to have a
Let me
panini
tell you
grill.
something. This panini grill is amazing because this panini.
Yeah, I had that one when I lived in Connecticut, and then when I moved, I got rid of it. I got another one that I think I might still have, but the good thing about panini grills, oh man, it makes the bread perfectly toasted and crunchy, perfect for sandwiches. The bad thing about a panini grill is it gets dirty and makes a mess, because when you're cooking something on a panini grill, the juices of whatever's on the sandwich come off, and it goes into the grill. It's a major pain in the ass to clean. So you'll get an amazing sandwich out of it, but then you're making a lot of work for yourself afterwards.
Grill, it'll cost you maybe, the cheapest one I've seen in the store is maybe like $30. They go all the way up to like $80.
So someone named Tomanopoulos just says, Phil has the old grandma plate. No lie, the plates you're looking at are plates my parents gave me. That's a set from the 1970s. I'm not kidding. It's a set of plates from the 1970s. That's what I used to use when I was in Connecticut, because I hadn't bought my own yet.
Depending on how big they are and all the options and things like that. This thing is amazing. It turns regular sandwiches into like gourmet lunch, really. I mean, I've had so many days where I just made a regular sandwich. I was like, it's just a meat, you know, it's a ham sandwich, and you toss it on there and it melts the cheese and it gets everything nice and warm. Pulls the flavor out of things. So I highly recommend for anyone who eats lunch, you know, like sandwiches all the time. Panini Grill is excellent. You can also interchange the plates on this grill. They come off, they're easy to wash, and you can also have interchangeable plates that are flat, and you can use this as a regular grill as well. If you don't have like a stove like I have, or a frying pan, you can use this as like a griddle. So I'm going to turn this guy on. I'm going to turn it on high heat.
This is going to be such a mess.
Now, this is ciabatta bread. Ciabatta bread is special because ciabatta bread... just smashed the camera with the ciabatta bread. Hold on, let me zoom out. Ciabatta bread is special because it is a different consistency than regular bread. It is a thicker bread. And what this is made to basically do is it grills very well. When it toasts, it turns into like a hard toast, and it can be flattened like on the panini grill. As you're going to see, it's really good for grilling. So what we're going to do is we're going to start building our sandwich on this ciabatta bread over here, and then we're going to toss it on the panini grill.
This is going to be so gross when it's done.
A little bit. The Miracle Whip's done. I'm done with the can opener. Get that out of the way. Okay. Done with this. This will get washed. Man, I really wish I had other ingredients, because that is a soggy tuna salad, and I wish it wasn't that soggy, but there's not.
Golden Cold says, I like pretzel bread better than ciabatta. I agree. I think pretzel bread also is outstanding, but it's hard to find like big pretzel bread. Most pretzel buns I've seen are like little buns. I like big buns if I'm going to make a sandwich. You don't want to make a bunch of little ones. You make a big one. I haven't seen like
much I can do about it now.
Boy, I fucked this up.
Obviously, you don't have to buy pre-cut lettuce. This is just, they had it on sale at my store, and I was like, wow, pre-cut lettuce, that's an easy way out, rather than having to actually, you know, buy a head of lettuce and start cleaning it and stuff like that. This is pre-washed, pre-cut lettuce that you can use on a sandwich. So we're going to go ahead and just take some of our salad that we just made.
It's too liquidy. You could just tell There's
panini
no
bread.
way. The way a panini press works, it puts pressure on the sandwich, so the cheese and the ingredients of the sandwich will coagulate and like squish together and cook and warm up. So if you have cheese, it melts the cheese. It toasts the bread. The problem is this is going to be like liquid. As soon as that grill comes down, it's going to push all that fucking tuna salad off the bread. It's going to make a huge mess. Mr. Barbavera just cheered. He says, I like buns and I cannot lie.
I'm sorry, our ciabatta bread. Take that back. Panini bread is
Oh
different.
my god, dude.
Bread specifically called panini bread that is different than this bread.
This is gonna go everywhere. It's gonna be horrendous
remember,
mess.
The way that this is gonna work is it's gonna go on the grill. It's gonna push it down. So what you want to try to do is get as much towards the center of the bread as possible, so that when the pressure gets applied on top, it'll squish it out and it'll evenly distribute amongst the bread.
This is gonna be terrible.
This is enough for maybe another 2 sandwiches, actually. Any crackling noises you hear right now, that's actually the panini grill.
Dude, it's like liquid. Look, it's not even staying on the bread. It's already coming off the edges of the bread because it's so liquidy.
Alright, so get that out of the way.
Oh.
Up next, we should probably do some of the pickles. So what we'll do is we've got some pickles here, and we grab a fork. We'll grab a little baby fork to use for this guy. And I love these pickles.
Oh, man.
Because they're perfect for this kind of sandwich. They're sweet. They're delicious. You put them right there, bloop, like that. And I love these pickles, so I'm putting 2 on.
So the tuna salad is already like liquid. Let's add something that's wet on top of it and see what happens.
Right there. So
Sounds like a great idea. Oh, no.
Go ahead.
Oh, no.
That'll melt on there nicely when we put this on our panini
The fake
grill.
oil-based cheese, not even real
We're
cheese.
going to put a little bit of lettuce. I don't want to make too much of a mess.
Oh, my God. I should have put the lettuce on the bottom,
But,
too.
you know I'm going to anyway.
It probably would have been better on the bottom than on the top, because on the top it's all going to fall
Go
off.
ahead and put that on top.
And no
So when
tuna,
this cooks on
no
our
pickle.
panini
I would have loved that
grill,
with a
you're
pickle.
gonna see it's
No
gonna
pickle.
Toast it nicely. Actually, I put too much tuna on the sandwich because I can already see it's running off. So I'm going to take some of this off the edges. Well, it's unavoidable. Whenever you cook something on a panini press, something's going to come off the sandwich, whether it's dressing, whether it's some of the ingredients. They always fall off. I've never had like a perfect panini sandwich where nothing came off of it. It's inevitable because they're putting pressure on top of the sandwich. So obviously something's going to fall off of the sandwich.
That's funny. So who puts cheese on the pickles? You're right.
As soon as that grill heats up and is almost ready to go.
What I actually should have done, it should have been a little bit of lettuce, a bed of lettuce on the bottom, then the tuna salad, then the cheese, then the pickles, and then the top. That's how it should have been. I did the complete wrong order. Thank you to the Villain X who subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much.
As soon as that blue light goes on the right hand now.
Thank you to DRS Gangsta who just tipped me $11 and said, "Good afternoon, Phil. I've been following you since 2009. I've been playing many games together in co-op. Hope you still remember me and keep on growing. Everything happens for a reason. It's how the universe works. Positivity." Thank you, DRS Gangsta. I definitely remember you. Let's get you up on the leaderboard for the top tip of the day. I appreciate that very much. $11. And that's going to get us up to $45 in tips total so far today, everyone. Again, thanks, guys. Remember, thanks for all the support via tips. I'll talk about this after we take a break here. But all right, let's continue. We're almost done with this video.
It means that it's ready to go.
This is going to be a disaster. Disaster is about to hit any moment. As soon as it goes on that grill, that shit's going to go everywhere, dude. It's going to explode everywhere.
I'll clean up a little bit over here. Whenever you're using a panini press or panini grill, be extremely careful because that sucker gets hot. Let me tell you, I used to work at a health food store. Yes, I said that. I used to work at a health food store in high school. All we sold was like frozen yogurt, salads, panini sandwiches that were made to be, thick sandwiches. And we used a panini grill similar to this one, only it was like an industrial strength one. The thing was, made to be used all day long. And let me tell you, that thing got so damn hot, you would just go like this, whoop, oh, you could freaking burn your finger right off. You're like, holy shit, man. Because that thing would be on constantly all day long. Now, some other things that you can add to your tuna if you like. A lot of people like to add pepper.
No, I don't have those knives anymore, Joe. I have different knives now.
I like pepper a little bit, but not too much, so I didn't put any pepper on this. But you can if you like. It is a common ingredient. Alright, so our panini grill is warmed up. Our right-hand blue light is now on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the sandwich on the grill.
Oh
And
my
be
God.
careful when you do this. Like I said, it's going to be very hot.
Here
Open
comes
the
a
grill,
huge
you
match.
see steam come off of
Da-da-da-da-da.
it right away. We're going to put our tuna salad sandwich down. You probably want to position the bread a little bit back because when you close it like this, it's going to actually flatten the sandwich and pull that. So what I usually do is I do this. I put the bread a little bit back and I already angle the top like this. Some grills, you're lucky you can do that. And then that way when I push it down.
There goes the tuna. Here it comes. Gonna squirt right out. Any second. There it goes. Right over the edges. Oh, no. Oh.
So essentially, rather than just a regular tuna salad sandwich, what we're making is a panini grilled tuna melt. Which is probably going to end up being a lot more tasty than just a regular tuna salad sandwich. And I can already see some of the tunas coming off the side. That's perfectly fine. Just like when you make a tuna melt, there's always tuna that hangs off the edges and it gets grilled on the grill. That's fine. So
that looks
tuna
bad.
Melt is melting. Clean up a little bit more here while
that looks bad, man.
Typically, when I make a panini sandwich like this, I leave it on the grill for about 5 minutes. It all depends on what you're making, but you want to make sure that your bread is toasted properly.
Oh no.
Because you don't want to end up with bread that's like soggy, which unfortunately has happened a couple times. I took it off the grill too early, and the bread ended up being very soggy because of all the juices and everything from the meat and everything that I had on the
Yeah, the
sandwich.
meat. That's where it's coming from, the meat.
It
Yeah,
actually,
right.
seeped into the bread, but I didn't cook the bread long enough, so it ends up being kind of a mushy bread, which you definitely
I got an anonymous
don't
dollar tip saying this is more cringe
want.
than
Apologies, I'm
Ali
passing the
Alao.
times here to put
I don't even know what that is. Thank you for the
dishwasher.
dollar tip, though. Oh my god. This is bad.
We're almost done. Some other
DKP
common things
Game
you put
says-
on a tuna melt: lettuce, tomato.
DKP Games
Some
looks like
people
you're
like
toasting a sick
bacon.
frog.
I've seen some interesting things added to tuna melt sandwiches, so it's totally at your discretion and your taste. That's the cool thing about this kind of a sandwich is that you have very many variations of ways you can make it.
Nah.
And the basic recipe
So-
is just tuna.
So Derek says cheese and pickles don't go well together. I'd probably start throwing up. I disagree. When I used to go to the old school Subway, when I was a kid, this is not a tell-tale. I lived a block away from the original Subway sandwich store where Subway, the company, began, okay? And they had an amazing fresh-baked tuna sub. This is back when they used to make fresh-baked bread every day. Not the shit they make now, but actual real fresh-baked bread they made from scratch. This giant crusty white bread, fresh-baked, smelled amazing, with American cheese, tuna salad, pickles, tomatoes, and maybe something else like salt, pepper, stuff. Oh my god, it tastes so fucking good. It was so good. It's like the best tuna I've ever had in my life, and all my life I tried to emulate that, and I can never get it. But this is not as good. Jonathan Rojas says, looks like the pickles are trying to escape the sandwich. Yeah, it
Tuna
does.
and mayonnaise or a mayonnaise substitute. So
Looks like everything's trying to
it's
escape
very
the
easy to
sandwich.
make. It's not that messy. It's not that big of a deal. In fact, the biggest mess we're going to have, as you're going to see, is going to be the grill, because some of that tuna is going to have seeped onto the grill, and it's going to end up being a little bit messy to clean up. Goes up here.
No, I don't remember the cheddar, onion, buttery Jack WJR, but if it was from when I lived in Washington, I'm not
apologize,
doing
I don't
it.
have a
That
fast
stuff's
motion camera,
that stuff's
you know.
off limits.
I'm not going to edit this video to skip to when it's done, so.
For obvious reasons when you think about it. Mr. Papavera just cheered and said, I kind of feel you should revisit these recipes, but it's revised versions, almost like you're doing a redemption run. I mean, I could try to redo this properly with a proper recipe for tuna salad with better things. Like I would definitely put some celery pieces in there. And I would put some tomato on there, and I would actually put the ingredients on properly, you know? Like, I wouldn't put 2 pickles. I'd put 1 pickle, chop it in half, put that on there or something. I could definitely do this differently. I don't know, though.
If you're bored right now, go take a piss, go take a shit, go jerk off, go do whatever you need to do, go walk your dog, go slap your baby on the back. You'll be surprised how long lettuce can last if you put it in a nice Ziploc bag like this, and you make sure all the air is taken out of it before you zip it. Okay. I'm gonna say that sandwich is almost ready.
Yeah, right. Oh,
Actually,
yeah,
I can
almost
smell
ready.
the tuna cooking, so that's good.
It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad.
Take a look. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Smooth,
my
unfortunately.
God.
Yeah, bread is toasting, so this is about ready.
Oh my god, the tuna's going
Fortunately, most of the
everywhere.
tuna has seeped off the bread because I put too much Miracle Whip in it because the recipe was wrong. So now at least I know, for the future, do not put that much. If you're going to do, say, up to 10 ounces of tuna, put a little bit less than half a cup. It was too much
Oh my god.
Miracle Whip for what was there. In fact, I might take another can of tuna and add it to that leftovers that I have to try to even it out. It was way too much. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead, rather than wait, I'm going to take
It
it
just
off.
sucks because the ciabatta bread's amazing. It tastes so good, but look at that. Oh no.
As you can
Oh
see,
my god.
it made a mess on our panini grill, which we'll have to clean up later, but do not do that immediately because it is so freaking hot. Now that is one messy sandwich.
No, Timbo, I don't have that anymore.
And the reason it's so messy is because there's way too much Miracle Whip in it. So
Oh
that's a
my
shame.
god.
If it had just a little bit less Miracle Whip, it wouldn't have been this goopy.
Oh my
And, all
god.
of our ingredients wouldn't have slid like that. They all kind of slid right off
That
the
looks
sandwich.
terrible.
Try to get them back on there a little bit. Our cheese
Oh
is already
my
melted for
God.
the pickle, so that's going to be hard. That's going to be a messy sandwich to eat. But you understand the basic recipe of tuna salad is very easy. And I kind of disappointed with the presentation. I guarantee you this is going to taste good. The presentation, it looks like shit. It looks like it looks like someone just freaking took a crap on a piece of bread. So, but anyway,
It's funny because
sometimes
the
you
bread,
win some, you lose
looks
some.
perfect.
It's
Everything
gonna
else
be
is
tasty,
terrible.
It's just going to be really messy. So
Yuck.
nothing I can do about it now. The recipe was a little bit off, but at least we live and learn. So remember, anywhere from 6 to 10 ounces
Wow.
of tuna. It says to use half a cup of mayonnaise or Miracle Whip. Don't use that much. Use less.
Thank you,
But
Skigs4,
also,
who
you can
just
put other
subscribed.
ingredients that would have evened out the recipe, such as
Wow.
parsley, celery, onions, things like that. And like I said, other things people like to put on this kind of a sandwich: lettuce, tomato, bacon. I prefer pickles with my tuna salad. I don't know why. I just love the taste of pickles with tuna salad. So, all right, I'm going to let this cool down because, by the way, when you take something off a panini grill, it's very hot. You have to let it cool off for at least 2 minutes, I'd say, before you even dig in. But I'm going to attempt to.
Small Blue Thing says, if you want to make tuna salad that tastes like Subway tuna, add a packet of Sweet and Low to the tuna salad. Oh, yeah? Add a little bit of sugar, like Sweet and Low or sugar to the... Maybe they put sugar in theirs. Huh.
Eat this monstrosity, which is going all over the place because there's too much Miracle Whip in it. But the good news is,
That's bad.
like I said, the Miracle Whip is actually not that bad for you.
All right, enough of this. I can't even watch it anymore. It's disgusting. Get off the screen. Get off the screen. All right, guys. So far so good. Good stuff, right?